Hello folks, welcome to this video. Today I wanted to quickly talk about who are the movers and the shakers today in the market, and how are the indices looking, and how is it positioned for tomorrow. That's what I wanted to talk. First of all, there were two big earning plays. That was one for the GitLab, which went to the upside, and the other one was the Dollar Tree, which went down. Their revenues were really below par. They were about minus 26.4% below the earnings, and they really plummeted. And the third mover, which is not related to any of the earnings, is Tesla. Tesla today announced news saying that they would be doing a winter package of around $3,000 for the tires. I own a Model Y Tesla, and Tesla, the tires, it costs a lot. And definitely this seems to be a big revenue for Tesla for the tire package. $3,000, which might be used very often, maybe, I'm not sure. But definitely the tires are the biggest part of the expense for Tesla. That much I know for sure, having owned a Model Y. So what I wanted to do in this video is check where the indices are, and also see how these three stocks have fared today. Okay, so without any further delay, let me share the screen. First, let's look at Tesla, how it has been doing. And Tesla today had a major breakout. If you see here, I have drawn a line, and this is like breaking out here, and it went up. Now, where could it go? The next line could be here, which is at 227.55 on the daily chart. And on this one, we see the 226.50. So can it get there is the question. Or will it come back down to 214? So one of these two things could happen tomorrow. So keep a watch on it. If it would be a second day continuation, then we can get up to here, 226.50. That seems to be the first target, okay, on the weekly chart. GitLab made a phenomenal move today. If you see here, it was below the EMA 821 today on September 3rd, which was at 44.50. Today, it crossed both the EMA 821 cloud and the Ichimoku cloud. And the conversion is above the baseline, I believe. Basically, let's see that. Yeah, conversion is 49 now. Yes, it is. So definitely this looks very, very bullish. And there is a breakout here at this line. So where could it head next? Where could it head next is looks like it wants to go to $60. So GitLab could be a good play tomorrow if you want to look at it, if it stays above this line. So that's what, but again, the time is a factor. If time-wise it could not make here, then it could go down. So let's see if it could stay above the second day. If it could stay at above 53.37, then we could see an upward move to 60 area. So that is about GitLab, and GitLab gave an earnings of, if you see here, they gave us 1,400% surprise. That's a pretty good, right? 50% increase on the EPS. So that's pretty good. And that's why they were rewarded for that earnings, I believe. The next one is the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree today, they gave a very bad earnings. If you look at here, that was minus 26.4% earnings per share versus Q2 222.23, and the EPS is again minus 35.6%. So they also, and their guidance was also very, very weak. So that's why the stock was hammered today. We saw a very low here. This has been following. We should have anticipated this, having seen DG plummet the same way. So definitely this has gone down a lot. So there can be a pullback, but it may not be immediate. It might take some time. Okay, just wanted to let you know. So definitely it's a major pullback, but we might, but it's not a stock to play for immediate profits or anything. So the other stock that I wanted to talk on the news play is X, which came in the midday. This stock had a lot of, this stock, the reason why it fell is because it wanted to partner with Nippon Steel to boost their business, but the US government refused to agree to that partnership, saying that the United Steel should be owned only by the US. So that led to the fall of it. And the United Steel also mentioned that United States Steel also mentioned that this could lead to hundreds of jobs being lost. So again, the stock went down a lot on this bad news. So that is where we are. So, but it definitely, it's a news play, and but it went down. It is like looking very, very bearish right now on the daily chart as well as on the weekly chart. So the first, it might have to pull back to this 35.32, or let's see if it can pull back, or will it go down further? That's what we need to see. So these are the most important plays that we had today. Other than that, the SPY is struggling to form a higher high. The SPY today, if you see here on the weekly, it is above the EMA 821. But on the daily, it is still below the EMA 821. But the good part is it formed 2-day above the Ichimoku cloud. And the conversion is still above the baseline here, I believe. Yes. So definitely it is not totally bearish, but if it can cross the EMA 821 cloud, then we can have a good move there. So where to 570 area. And the other one which I wanted to talk about is QQQ. QQQ is like going further. QQQ is looking very, very bearish compared to SPY because it is below the cloud and it is below the EMA 821. So where could it go? It is like, the one thing good about it is it is forming a three-wave correction. And if it can get to the 455 area, which will happen, I think, after it touches 465.43, it could come back to 454.49, and then we could see an upward move. But again, be very cautious, folks, because the cloud is very bearish here, and we might see a lot of downward move too. So, but again, my bet is to at least wait for 454.49 before making any other move. That's why we are seeing all the tech stocks being hammered and not moving today. But on a silver line, what I am looking at it as SMH. SMH is like looking very, very good in the sense, which is the semiconductor ETF. What is happening here is, if you draw that, it has completed its three-wave correction and it was on the way up. Can it get to this line, which is 239? And then if it goes there, if it can get above that, we can go even higher. But the first target is around this line, which it needs to hit. Okay. So can it go there very soon is the question. So better to play, if you're playing options, it's better to play next week options and not this week options because we have only 2 more days left. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share. And yeah, and the last but not the least is Amazon. Amazon is like, it formed 2 days above this EMA 821, but it has stuck with this bearishness. Now it is stuck here at the 173 area. If you look on the weekly, it has like a 5 weeks down and it is like 4 weeks down. If it can form above this, can it get to the 190 area is the question. So that is the key that we need to look for. So the 190 area is like around this, almost here. So can it get to that area is the question that we have to ask ourselves. Is it possible? But again, it all depends upon whether it can close above this line. Okay. So those are the things I wanted to share with you folks. I hope this information is valuable to you. I'll catch you in the next one.